For those of you who had the pleasure of watching tonight's VP debate, you got to see a sharp contrast in terms of somebody that you would want to be president. Now, I did not hate Tim Walz. I don't think he's very sincere, but in terms of being in the highest office in the land, he's completely in over his head, and it demonstrates Kamala's decision-making ability. Do you want that going forward? He's almost a DEI pick for white guys. He does not belong. We need somebody who's a little bit effeminate, who's a white guy from the Midwest. That's what she went with, and somebody who's not a Jew, of course. On the other hand, you had JD Vance, the guy that they called weird. This is what you consider weird. I don't think I've ever seen anybody as presidential as JD Vance in recent memory. That includes all of the candidates over the last 8 years. JD Vance was magnificent. He gets a solid A, and it would have been an A+ if he had been maybe a little funny, like Donald Trump might have been, but it was a performance for the ages. And the problem that I have is when you see the media try to frame him as weird, as Tim Walz coined the term, no less. Who do you think is the weirder man after watching this debate? How do you trust the media? How does one not realize just how corrupt they are and how they're carrying water for one party? This is the psychological operations in motion, where they pre-frame an individual and want you that to sink into your mind before you really have the chance to view him for yourself. But when somebody performs in such a contradictory manner to the framing that they've been given, whatever is left of the goodwill that somebody might have towards the corporate news and media should just completely dissipate. It should completely fall away. These are the people that are lying to us over and over and over again, framing things in a way that creates division and anger, and is very contrary to the way that JD Vance presented himself during this debate as completely capable, cogent, kind, caring, and well-spoken. How does one continue to believe the mainstream media to the Democrats as they throw the weird, they're just kind of weird, and then you see JD in stark contrast tonight? That's the takeaway that I hope that more and more people get. And so I repeat myself, just how corrupt the mainstream media is, and Donald Trump, true gift to this nation, because I was one who previously considered the New York Times to be the gold standard of journalism when I was in college and beyond. And Donald Trump absolutely exposed the media for what they are. And that's why we all consume news from sources like me, and opinions from Russell Brand, from Tim Pool, from whoever else you like out there. But it's very clear to me that the media is dead because they're the weird ones, and JD was presidential, and he gets a very solid A from me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Peace.